In a world where companies seek your attention, your love, your money, there is nothing more important than to be seen as the givers of excellent customer service and actually caring about you, the wonderful customer. Keep that in mind. We head for the day on Wall Street by welcoming in editor of the Financial Intelligence Report here on Newsmax. Jeff Yastine joins us. We'll get to that in a moment. Jeff, tell us how we did on the wall today.
Yeah, on Wall Street, it was a quiet day, and the indexes finished down slightly. The NASDAQ lost 5 points. The Dow dropped 24 points, 29 points rather. Not getting my numbers straight today. The S&P 500 dropping 2 points. We had the dollar losing ground a little bit, and oil prices were up slightly. And add that to some data that we had about auto sales, and it looks like the market was just sort of marking time.
Here's those auto sales numbers. GM and Fiat Chrysler both report sales increases in May. Ford slightly down. All say good, strong economy. Pickups and SUVs are making a lot of the dollars here, Jeff.
Yeah, and it's interesting, even for Ford, even though they seem to be performing the least of those three. Actually, a lot of that, according to Ford, was the problems they had were basically supply constraints, not getting enough in the way of the components, et cetera, they need to build the trucks because there is so much demand out there for SUV. I think this is an important thing. It shows that the economy remains strong, and it now, I'm sorry, we have to mention our requisite words about the Federal Reserve here. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not, with data like this, and on Friday with the unemployment report, what the Fed is going to do. The economy is doing fine. Is the Fed going to wreck it by raising interest rates? Can the economy withstand the hike in interest rates, or are we destined to have some more negative things happen to us?
Okay, we've reset now. We're going to go to 1 day now for the Fed. It has to start again tomorrow. There you go. I mentioned a little bit about all this wonderful customer service. Comcast, Time Warner Cable, Charter, which is in the bid for TWC, among the bottom dwellers in overall customer satisfaction for TV service, which is all nice when we talk about it here, Jeff, but many consumers, they have no place else to go.
Yeah, to me, this is just showing what happens when you have this a marketplace that is dominated by just one company in most of their regional markets. But I think better days are ahead for customer service, because when you look at overall cable, they're losing. I think they've lost like 3 or 4 million total subscribers industry-wide over the last 3 to 4 years. So the industry is shrinking, although at a small or at a slow pace. Still, these companies are going to have to recognize that at some point it's a lot cheaper to have better customer service and hold on to your customers than to have what they call churn and trying to get new customers back to replace the old ones, which is just a race to the bottom.
45 seconds left. Tell us about the anti-Yelp.
All right, so we all know about Yelp. You can go on Yelp. It's a public company, Yelp.com, and you can go on there and complain when you have problems or write good things.
Or write good things,
A guy who's a former Goldman Sachs person has come out with something called Good Snitch, which essentially flips it on its head. If you have good things to say, you say those publicly, and it allows you a private way to communicate to the company in question on the negative stuff. I don't know. Will it work? Who knows? But to me, the negative stuff, being able to say it publicly, is what makes companies, react in some way. I don't really see it the other way around.
I'm going to tell you that. I've been to a couple of hotels and places where you see those negatives, and they react right away. What the good ones do, they react right away. But you say it in private, they'll go, oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Don't forget, go to Newsmax.com, click on the Finance tab, 24/7, 365. Jeff Yastine and the team have it all for you there, whatever you may need. And don't worry about it. There's no good snitch here. Thanks, Jeff. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.
Thanks, Ed.
Coming up next, a little medical, if you will.